In the heart of West Africa, under the blazing sun of Ouagadougou, something historic unfolded, something the Western media won't dare broadcast. A high-ranking French operative, masked under the innocent title of humanitarian consultant, was exposed in the dead of night for orchestrating acts of sabotage against the sovereign state of Burkina Faso. This was not some low-level agent fumbling with gadgets. This was a seasoned intelligence officer operating deep within the infrastructure of the Burkinabe government. His mission was not aid, it was espionage. He was manipulating state lines, intercepting confidential military communications, and feeding critical intel directly into the hands of foreign handlers. But the operation didn't go unnoticed. President Ibrahim Traoré, known for his iron resolve and piercing strategic vision, had already been watching. His newly formed internal intelligence unit had picked up irregular signals, encrypted data being routed through supposedly neutral NGO servers. What looked like community outreach was, in fact, digital warfare. The moment confirmation landed, Traoré gave the order, "Move in." In a midnight raid carried out with precision worthy of elite special forces, the French operative was seized. Devices were confiscated, including laptops with military-grade encryption and satellite phones hardwired to European networks. His safe house, funded by international donors, was stacked with surveillance equipment, burner phones, and detailed dossiers on every key figure in Burkina Faso's transitional government. They had been cataloging weakness, planting misinformation, and plotting division from within. This wasn't just a spy. This was a symbol of continued colonial infiltration hiding behind the mask of diplomacy and aid. A direct assault on the sovereignty of a nation clawing back its freedom from centuries of foreign manipulation. Every wire he tapped, every file he stole, was a bullet aimed not at soldiers but at the soul of a free Africa. And what made this even more damning was where the operation was headquartered, just 2 blocks away from a French cultural center, under the nose of a so-called friend of the Burkinabe people. It was never about partnership. It was about control. This operative wasn't working alone. He was part of a larger network, one that had its roots deep in the post-colonial shadows cast by decades of French economic and political influence. What they didn't expect, what they never saw coming, was that Traoré wasn't just a young captain with a rifle. He was a lion in waiting. And when the trap was sprung, the roar echoed far beyond the capital. This arrest wasn't just a sting, it was the cracking of a mask worn for far too long by those who pretend to help while undermining from within. A mask torn off not in silence, but in flames.